Hello, my beautiful Virgos. Hello, hello. Today is Friday, August 15th, as I'm recording this, and this is a coffee cup and cards reading for you. So, interestingly enough, as I was shuffling the Earth Magic deck, typically I will get a couple of oracle decks and, a card of each. And this deck gave 3 cards right off the bat. The first card came out, and I think I shuffled like twice more, and 2 cards flew out of the deck. So I asked, is this what you want? Yes. Just to be sure, I shuffled another oracle deck and said, if you want a card from this deck, please show me. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Dead silence. So after we get done with your coffee cup, we will get into those Earth Magic oracle cards for you. You being an Earth sign was why I kind of picked that deck, and it looks like there's plenty of messages in there. So we're using the lovely birch tree teacup for your coffee ground reading. All right, let's see. Most of the coffee cup readings I've done today have had not a lot of messages, but some very deep, I would say, meaningful messages. So let's see what happens for you. Okay. Please do give the video a like, a thumbs up, a share to help it go around YouTube and to help my channel grow. If you're subscribed, I truly thank you and I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to view my videos. If you're not subscribed and you like this style of reading, please do consider subscribing. It would mean so much to me. Okay, let me see. Remember, this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm confident if you clicked on this video, there will be a message in here for you. All right. Let's see. Let's see with the cup. Been some very interesting readings so far. Pretty interesting, I would say. Yeah. Leo and Sagittarius were very similar. They had a lot of very similar messages in there. Okay, Spirit, what do you have to show us for Virgo? What's the message or messages? What are the messages? Having that same, I never had this before until I think it was last month, where the liquid does not want to drain out of the cup. And I don't know why. It just happens, I guess. Okay, let's see. First thing that's my attention is drawn to is this kind of mountain with all these frolicking, animals, beasts, whatever you want to call it, just there, kind of jumping around and having a good time. I see a dragonfly, a deer, just, very, very playful, happy feeling. So I don't know if any of you are going hiking, mountain climbing, or if you've been there recently, or if you're noticing a lot of different animals. Pay attention to that, because I feel like this is something that's really good for your soul, especially you being an earth sign. When you see nature and animals, it really refreshes and renews you. So Virgos, pay attention to that, okay? All right, let's see. Oh, what is this? What is this, Spirit? It's like a tree that's growing, and then it kind of hits what do you call that? Like not a block, but it kind of hits a plateau. That's it. Thank you, Spirit. So it's like something is growing, 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 and then all of a sudden it plateaus off, and then it just takes off and sprouts up. So growing something, doing something, could be business, could be family, and it's kind of hit a plateau, but don't worry, it's going to take off very soon. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have here? What else do you want to show my Virgos? What else do you want them to know? Seeing a whole bunch of butterflies. Butterflies, a whole, let me see if I can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 butterflies. And above them, I know you're not going to be able to, the camera's not going to pick it up. Above them is like a hand outspread like this. It's almost like the butterflies are either attracted to the hand or you're giving butterflies. That's what they're giving me for that. So butterflies with the hand either pulling them in or sending them out, whatever, butterflies or transformation, right? Because they come from a caterpillar that's in a cocoon and then a butterfly. So some sort of transformation, some sort of two. So we have these two like curves or mountaintops with also each one having sort of a plume coming out of it. So that can mean choice, right? We have two mountains, and atop the mountains is like, it's not a plume. It's like if you saw a light shooting straight up out of a mountain. So mountains are prominent here because the first thing was the animals frolicking on the mountain. Now we have two mountains with light and energy coming up out of them. So it could mean, you're getting to the top of that mountain and then the light is going to turn on. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Mountains, mountains, mountains. Now, over here, on this one, I see a bunch of people kind of holding hands, walking up a path. So this could be those that help you along your way to get to that point. Definitely could be that. Let's see. What else do we have? So I'm seeing this right here. So funny that it didn't go all the way to the edge, right? But it's reminding me of the card of the Ace of Wands where there's that one wand kind of standing like a staff. Ace of Wands is action, passion, fire. It's new beginning. And that is right before we see the animals on the mountain. Wow. And then remember the tree that's growing and then sort of plateaus and then shoots up. And then you have the mountains with the shooting up of the white light or the connection there. Love this. Okay, Virgos, what is in the bottom of the cup? More trapped water, and then it releases. So there was trapped water, and then it releases. So definitely something is coming. Something is happening. You're going to release that. The butterflies, I don't know, this all is very cryptic, we could say. Bottom of the cup, Spirit. What do we have? Bottom of the cup. Bottom of the cup. What is that? So what they're giving me is I'm seeing, it's almost like there are three people sitting. Now they're upside down here. This is where they pointed it out, saying see things from a different perspective. See things from a different perspective. And then like when you look at them right side up, you see all these thoughts and things coming out. So I think, Virgos, you need a different perspective on something. And I don't know what that is. It's going to be different for each and every one of you, but some different perspective is needed on something. Okay. Let's see. What is the plate going to give us? Okay, what is the plate going to give us? Here's the overview of your plate. To me, I'm seeing the tree of life, like a beautiful big tree connected right down into Mother Gaia. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Definite connecting, earthing, grounding. And we had that again, the mountains with the animals and being in nature, and it makes you feel good. You may not have been spending enough time. Virgos, being the perfectionist that you are, possibly you're spending too much time on other things and you're just forgetting about the joys, right? It just keeps looking like the tree of life. Every way I turn it, again, looks like the tree of life. Maybe the tree of life has a significant meaning for you. Maybe you have something around you that's the tree of life. Definitely seeing the tree of life. Now I see what looks like a wizard or he's right here in his beard. I see his arms and he's kind of just standing there. Yeah. That's interesting. I see his face so clearly right inside that circle. I don't know if you probably, I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. I see it so clearly. It's crazy. Now, here we go again. The water is releasing. It just happened in the cup. Now it's happening here. I already did this, and now water. So release may be a big part of what's going to happen sometime soon. It's like wizard. It could be a wizard, an elf, a gnome. Jesus Christ. Sorry. My cat. Can you hear her? Abby. Abby. Oh my gosh, that scared me. Sorry for the swear word. Holy cow. Okay. Tree of life. Gosh, now my... Whew, sorry about that. She doesn't do that. I don't know, Virgos, why that... What was I saying? Elf, troll... I don't even remember, for crying out loud. Okay. All right, so the first card... Oh, I'm just noticing that autumnal equinox says release. Okay, definitely part of your what you're needing to do. Full moon, completion. And there's a tree. It looks similar to the tree that I was seeing. I can't... My guides are so amazing. Really, they are. Full moon, completion. You're getting a lot of confirmations with the cat and now my phone loon call there. Full moon, completion. You can now take pleasure in knowing that whatever you have been working toward has now reached its culmination. It may have been a relatively brief cycle or a much more extensive one, yet regardless of the length of time, you have arrived at the stage of completion. Let yourself feel the contentment and satisfaction of this accomplishment. Yeah. It is important not only to enjoy this completion, but also to let go and allow yourself to relax afterward, just like exhaling slowly and consciously. People are much too eager to rush to the next item on the agenda without giving proper time and space to appreciating and honoring the natural cycle of release that follows a point of resolution. You have release in this, you have release in that card when we get to it. So, interesting, Virgos, what do you need to release? What do you need to release, right? The next card that came out for you is childhood innocence. Again, talking about playing and having fun, right? Look at that. Beautiful meadow, the sun streaking in the pond, they're going fishing. They're having just a really good time, right? Childhood innocence. Oh my goodness. Innocence is not simply the lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself, one that you naturally possess when you first come into this existence. There are challenges you have faced throughout life that have further shaped your personality and character. You have also likely encountered moments following a disappointment or loss when you turned sour or cynical. No doubt have had times when layers of anger or fear blocked the flow of your vitality, of your life force. Remember the tree and the plateauing and then the bursting out? Yeah. In spite of all this, there is a core of innocence that can reawaken by releasing again. You have release now in all three of these cards. Releasing any shame that is covered over the truth of who you are. Take any opportunity to heal this shame and let it go so you can revisit that state of purity, okay? Doing so helps you see every moment with fresh eyes and removes the filters that inhibit your light and love from coming forth. Wow. I mean, what can I say? I don't know what to say. I love my guides. I love doing this work. I love working for them and with them and everything that they show me and do with every reading that I put out and the connection that I feel and the message that I hope gets out there. Autumnal or autumnal equinox, release. What a beautiful card. Just look at that. Now is the time to let anything in your life fall away that is no longer useful or needed for the emerging expression of who you are. Second card saying be who you are, right? Allow yourself to gradually shed what has become burdensome and no longer congruent with your soul's purpose. Conserve your energy by allowing yourself more rest. Rest, relax. Remember, we were talking about the having fun and just stopping to have joy. I mean, all of this is coming together. Make preparations for the winter season. Look especially at your material possessions and be brutally honest with yourself as you discern which of these can be given away or released. Wow. Consider also shedding relationships that have served their purpose and are no longer viable, as well as work or a job that has become devoid of interest and passion, Virgos. Wow. Oh my goodness. Release is definitely a theme for this reading for you. Holy, holy, holy cow. I'm so sorry about my cat doing that. I don't know why she did that. Maybe she sees spirits. Probably she does. Okay. All right. Let's see what the Gilded Tarot. I can't believe how much that scared me because it was so loud. It like echoed. She's out in the big room that's like a combination mudroom and kitchen, and it's big and it has a high ceiling, and she really hit that note, boy. All right, so what does the tarot have for my beautiful Virgos? What's the message for my Virgos from the tarot? Building on the coffee cup, the release, the mountains, the light. Oh, boy. Six of Swords, moving on, but you got to leave the old baggage behind. Virgo, I feel like that card comes out for you a lot. A lot. Jeepers creepers, these just flew right out. There's your card, the Hermit. This is definitely your reading. King of Swords, that's the truth teller, the masculine energy of contracts, words, thoughts. It's also somebody that can help you, cut cords, as well as Archangel Michael can do. But the King of Swords is, pulls no punches, right? And he understands that sometimes we have to let things go in order to move on. Woo, 10 of Pentacles. Yay. 10 of Pentacles. Love it. Oh my gosh. Strength. That's Leo, but that's inner strength. You have the inner strength to do this, Virgos. I am, certain of it. Just, tune in, right? Get some time in nature with animals. Tune into your gut. Do some meditating, some candle gazing, whatever you like to do to just kind of get out of the physical so that you can figure out what the choice is to move on, to get that tree growing, to get that light coming out of the mountains, right? All of that. And to release. Oh man, the Empress. Okay, let's take these in the order in which they came out. Six of Swords. We already briefly talked about this. You're moving on. Sixes are harmony. You're moving on, but you're taking too much baggage with you. Okay, Virgos, really, you've got to release this. Release. This reading is all about release. King of Swords is also there to help you cut the cords, to help you get to the truth in the bottom of it. Be truthful with yourself, being who you are, all of that. So the masculine energy of this king, which can represent air signs. Often I think of Aquarius with this card. I don't know which one it's assigned to. I haven't gone that deep into it, but I'm more of an intuitive reader. But with the Six of Swords and the King of Swords, it is obvious that you've got to release. This is you, the Hermit. That lantern can light the way, but only when you pay attention, right? You don't want to step on that serpent. But he is in the figure of an 8, the pattern of 8, right? The infinity symbol, right? And also you've got coming up the Strength card, which is a number 8. So you have 8 in your reading. And then next is the Ten of Pentacles. This is abundance, wealth, right? This is where you've got all your money going where you want it to go, right? You have so much abundance. It doesn't have to be money. It can be energy, wisdom, but you can share it. You see how some of this is on the outside of the chest? You can also share your wisdom, your knowledge, your gifts, whatever that is. Inner strength right here. This is 8. She's loosely holding that lion who can obviously get out of the chains. They're working together. Inner strength. They're working together. They've agreed to work together. You can tame your lion, you can pull it in, and you can gain the inner strength you need to release and let go of the things that no longer serve you. Whether it's relationships, a job, a home, a business, anything, whatever it is, right? Release is the key. And then you're going to birth something new. Okay, Virgo? So the Empress, this is number 3, creation and collaboration. You see all the zodiac there. The moon, she's holding that beautiful feminine symbol. This is the birther of everything. This is Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, Mother Nature. This is all of it. But you can't get there to build the new thing until you release whatever it is you need to release. It could be your limiting thoughts. It could be a friend, a coworker, a mentor, someone that is holding you back. Are you going to someone who's telling you, oh, you need to do A, B, C, then come back and see me, and then we'll do C, D, E, and then you need to maybe release yourself from that. Don't ask me why Spirit's giving me that, but that's what they're saying. That you need to rely more on yourself and your own gut instinct, Virgos. You need to tune in, okay? This is going to sound harsh, but what I'm hearing is stop putting faith that someone else will give you the answers that you seek. The answers are all inside you already, right? And, you know, there are people who are addicted to going to gurus, readers, mediums, psychics, because they just keep thinking, somebody will tell me what to do. Somebody will tell me what to do. I don't know what to do. I need to ask someone else. No, you don't. You don't. It's inside of you. The wisdom that you seek is inside you already. All you need to do is tune in. Figure out what it is that you need to release, let it go, move on, birth the new thing, whatever that may be. You can ask others advice and opinions, but that's not going to be the answer. Only you can decide. I promise you, if somebody tells you this is what you should do, then you do it, it's probably not the right thing. Not unless you feel in your gut that it is. I knew there was another card that wanted to come out. Just took a while. So Virgos, you remember that they're giving me this so strongly. Seeking answers outside yourself is not the answer. Okay? I'm not going to keep saying it because you'll be annoyed with me. The animal oracle you got is Flamingo 42, which is a 6, which is harmony, right? The tarot started with a 6, right? Here's another 6. Flamingo. You have 2 8s and 2 6s. Find elegance in your life and actions. Find elegance in your life and actions. What is that? That's looking around and seeing the elegance of you, your beauty, whatever that is, right? We're all individually beautiful as we are perfectly imperfect. 13, the Hare. Be quick to adapt to situations. Be quick to adapt to situations. 13 is a 4. That's stability or stagnation, right? So you want to see the beauty and elegance around you, right? And action is in both of these cards. That's why they wanted me to look again. Find elegance in your life and actions. Be quick to adapt to situations. Oh, maybe actions wasn't in there twice. Whatever reason, they wanted me to read you those cards again. Flamingo and Hare. Beauty, elegance, and adaptation. Adapting. As you're going through this release, you can adapt to the new you, to the new situation, to whatever the new thing is. Turn over that new leaf, Virgos, and let it go. Let it go. Use your inner strength in order to get there. I hope that you have enjoyed this as much as I have enjoyed doing it for you. Peace and kindness every single day. I am sending you beautiful green ribbons of love and light.